They turned mild bat into a mass murdering monster in a lab with safety protocols looser than a Tijuana whorehouse during spring break. Specifically the one where someone stole my Carpenter's CDs. But just one screw up and boom, millions dead. Economies torched, kids masked and isolated like prisoners. People died alone without even being Keith Olbermann. Then when the virus starts wreaking havoc on the world, what did Fauci do? As Tulsi's office described, he helped create a self-serving circular reporting loop, providing hand-picked scientists to advise the IC. This input shaped official intel assessments, which were then publicly cited as scientific consensus to refute the lab leak theory. And the press jumped right in. They censored doctors, destroyed lives, cheered the lockdowns, and instead of blaming the lab leakers, they blamed eating pangolins and bats, which ruined my tasty pangolin and bat fondue. So now look at us. We walk into any pharmacy and see the aisle. It's cold, flu, and COVID season for the rest of our lives. We've accepted this third plague like sheep, stocking up on tests like they're AA batteries. Yet every single COVID death, every grandmother who died alone, every father robbed of his kids, every destroyed business and suicide came from that lab. Think of the funding, the lies, the cover-up. We say never forget, but so many of us already moved on because the truth is too ugly and the punishment deserved is too vast. It's too overwhelming to think about. If our government helped birth a monster and then lied while it slaughtered us, it's just easier to buy a test than demand heads on pikes. Let's welcome tonight's guest. He's 1 year away from telling us about reverse mortgages. Fox News contributor Tom Shalhoub. His book is available at Barnes & Nobody's. Host of Fox and Friends and One Nation, Brian Kilmeade. People think he looks great for his age till they found out he's 19. Writer and comedian Joe DeVito. And she saves on Uber by purchasing one helium balloon. New York Times bestselling author and Fox News contributor Kat Timm. So, Tom, here's the deal. You were right from the beginning, and I always admit that. But even if you're right, and everything I say is true, how can you exact justice for a crime that you can't even comprehend because it's so big and unfathomable? What would justice be? And do we have the will to seek it?
Yeah, and that is why they got away with it originally. It was too ridiculous for people to. They said this can't be true. They can't have caused this disease. They didn't COVID-19 was not created by the people who are ordering us to stay in our homes, but it was, and we knew it. And the thing is, now it's out in black and white, but we saw him lie in front of us. He was on TV lying. Senator Paul, that is false. That is false. You don't know what you're talking about, Senator Paul. And so, it happened. And the thing is, it was, people always ask, they're always saying why did they have to, with the gain of function research, why do they have to make it so lethal? Yeah. The reason I figured it out. They got to kill those mice. They got to have those mice dead. They can't give them a cold because you can't talk to a mouse. You can't be like, how do you feel? Do you have the sniffles? I mean, let me look in your ear, You can't talk to a mouse. You got to kill it. So you got to make the disease so bad. So they made this disease 100% fatality. They killed all the mice and then they let it escape. And so the whole COVID thing was they knew that their 100% fatality disease got out, and they said, we got to shut this whole world down. So they scared everybody, and they called the guy the publisher of the New York Times, and they called all the news agents. They said, this is serious. This is going to kill everybody. And then 3 weeks later, when it didn't kill everybody, it wasn't as bad. That's the whole thing about COVID. It was not as deadly as Fauci thought it was. His favorite disease that killed all those stupid mice didn't kill people. It ended up killing less than 1%, far less than 1%. Mm-hmm. But the scientists still thought it was deadly, so they scared everybody. And then when they figured it out, only a couple of weeks later, They said, we got them where we want them. They're locked in their homes. Now let's get them on this stupid vaccine. And how many people resisted? Me and all my friends. It's like 15% of the country. We all know each other. We get together. We sneeze in each other's faces at parties. And we never got sick. And they tell us, oh, well, that's anecdotal. You know what? Anecdotal is better than science because the scientists are a bunch of jerks and they lied to us. And I believe anecdotal because I get together with my unvaxxed friends and we sneeze in each other's face. Anecdotal is better.
Wow. So, Brian, even before COVID, people were asking you to wear a mask.
It was just you, actually.
Yeah, it was just me in the bedroom. Are you looking... And it's funny, because I didn't never see his face anyway. 3 in a row, my God. Are you looking forward? Do you see any progress with Fauci testifying again?
Well, I mean, that's the whole thing. He's going to get up there. This time he's going to have an unfriendly Senate. Hopefully other people join Rand Paul. I'm not a big fan of Rand Paul, but he is on the money on this. Can I get permission? I know this is the wrong show for an analogy. I know
Yes.
usually I do that.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, it's like this. Tom Shalhoub's your friend. You go, Tom, I got an idea. I want to prove that I'm the best host, the most popular host. I'm going to have Tom Shalhoub do a study of late night hosts. And the study shows Greg Gutfeld's #1. And then you give that study to the Hollywood Reporter. The Hollywood Reporter says they did an unbiased study. And Greg Gutfeld is the #1 talk show host in the world by a study done by an unbiased source. Anthony Fauci had his friends write a paper saying that the coronavirus was from an animal, from a bat virus. He hands it to the CIA, the intelligence community, and says, look, these scientists who he hired came up with this paper, so you got to believe me. And they go, wow, Dr. Fauci, can you be one of us? Can you help the intelligence? Of course you can. So instead of saying, where's he getting this? Is he responsible for this? He ends up, and I blame the CIA and everybody else involved in this, he ends up being the experts the intelligence community leans on for the next 4 years because Trump is not there and Biden is, and Biden loves him mainly because he hates Trump and Trump hates Fauci. And here's what told me about Anthony Fauci. When Trump lost and Biden becomes president, he's in charge. The first show he does, Rachel Maddow. And he said, Rachel, you've always been this has been my favorite show, and they wouldn't let me do it. Anyone who loves Rachel Maddow doesn't love the country and can't love the country. You can't be unbiased. You are a biased scientist. It's not Animal Kingdom. You're trying to learn things from National Geographic. You are learning a biased opinion, and you're supposed to be a scientist. I think I've done almost better than you thought.
Well, you know,
this whole thing.
Just two points. One, you probably didn't need the analogy. It was just like unnecessary.
You mean
I mean, trying to kiss my ass. I get it. Number two, when you go like this on the news, you're mic'd. Everybody can hear you. Yeah, but I thought you did a great job. You're absolutely right. He created the evidence to back himself up. Could have just said that, but hey, why not, Joe? People forget that Fauci kind of up in the AIDS crisis too. This guy is not have a good. It's proof that if you hang around long enough, bad people when they get older look less bad.
Yeah, you can't dislodge them. And the Wuhan lab is still open.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they put up a sign that said employees must wash hands after releasing the viruses. I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, he should go to jail, but Biden was these pardons. There was smoke coming out of his auto pen at the end. So. I mean, when you look at the deaths, 7 million people died from this virus that did not exist until it escaped from this laboratory. Now, I'm a bit of a scientist myself.
Really?
So I made a time machine. And I went back to when we had the Spanish flu pandemic, which went away on its own after people died, and that was a naturally caused one. And
I think everyone died, didn't they?
A lot of people did.
Yeah.
And I said to them, what was it like dealing with this kind of a disease right after World War I? And they said, what do you mean World War I? And I said, oh, I got to go. But I think, look, we were all locked down all this time. He should be locked down for a while, too. He should be put in jail. I just wish I had faith that would happen. But when it comes to serial killers, 7 million is a pretty good score. That's way better than Jeffrey Dahmer or Ted Bundy. So that's the company that Anthony Fauci is in.
All right, Kat. Nobody nobody's covering this. This is not a story that is being covered. Do you think it's because it's not a story, or that there's a collective denial because there is no answer? You know?
Yeah, I think it's not being covered because of, just think about the things that we were forced to accept or that we were bullied into. People, I mean, okay, I'll do an analogy too.
Okay.
All right? I think it'll be better than his.
Okay.
Okay. So,
it's a low bar, Kat.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, but you remember the lab leak theory, how we were all like, no, that's ridiculous. It never came from the lab. The other night, my son had cookies all over his face. And I was like, did your dad give you cookies after I brushed your teeth? And he shook his head no. That would be like believing him.
Yes.
That would be like, okay, a bat must have flown into the apartment with a cookie and smashed it all over his face. That's what we were asked to believe. And it was like, if you suggested otherwise, it was like, oh, you're not welcome in polite society, or you're fired, or you shouldn't have a job. It was anybody who was like, you know, it's kind of weird that it's illegal to run my business, or, oh, I think that the virus must have come from the lab full of viruses that was there where it all broke out. It was like, well, you're clearly an insane person. And I think people who participated in it, maybe it would be too much for them to admit it.
Well, and I'm going to just say the obvious. The lab leak theory makes Fauci look bad, so it couldn't be the Fauci.
But I mean, how could it not be that?
Yeah, how could it not be that? And that's what it had to be. Bat soup. So your kid was trying to cover for your husband.
I feel like he was, which really pisses me off.
That's a good kid. All right. Up next, pitching a tent at Man Camp.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.